Well, hello there, little children. Why don't you gather around the fire here and we'll play us some Star Ocean First Departure.
That was painful.
I got myself a save point.
I
I'm
think
gonna
I
save my game.
I think I prefer your hyperactive hello and welcome or whatever the hell it was you said.
I actually went back and listened to all the videos, and it's the same in every single one, so I thought I would change it up. I went for creepy southern pedophile.
Oh, you certainly succeeded in that.
That's because I have a lot of inspiration to choose from with my colored family history. With the southern part, the pedophile part was all improv.
Okay then.
So we found a save point there, so that kind of tells me that that's the way onward, and there was a branching path back at the start. So I'm going to go back and
Check
change
that
that as my voice cracks.
Yeah, oh well.
It's so sexy. It's what makes Time Egg. It's that little extra something that makes Time Egg LP just a little bit below everyone else.
Oh, is that what it is?
Just a little bit beneath the standard.
Well, that's fine. We
You know
don't
the
do
norm?
this for the fame.
If the norm is a sunset over the ocean, we're the water.
Or the water? Hey, the water is still pretty freaking awesome, so... I can live with being cool, sunset, reflecty water of the ocean. I can live with being that.
Although that's not entirely fair, because that implies that we're reflecting something with quality.
Well, the water reflects the sunset, so I mean... It depends. Are we just like swamp water, or are we the water during the sunset reflecting the sunset back to everyone?
I said the ocean, not a swamp.
Well, yeah.
What are we even talking about? Star Ocean! We're in the Purgatorium! The Inner Sanctum.
Yes.
Which, very mysteriously, is all science fiction-like.
It's very sci-fi.
Very mysterious.
It also looks
I
like
have
full
no
broken
idea
down
what
city.
to make of this new advancement.
Well,
Also, something just occurred to me.
what's that?
Given how easy it is to get incredibly overleveled, to the extent where the enemies don't deal damage, in particular on an emulator where I can do this...
Okay.
You really need a healer?
Not really.
I'm not taking Millie out of the party, I'm just saying, if I can do that...
You don't need a healer.
Well, there's a treasure chest back here. Hello, Mr. Lonely Treasure Chest. Probably thought we were going to miss you. Probably thought we were going to forget you like we forget all our other obligations.
Aww.
Don't you worry, Treasure Chest. You're a side quest. And by that, I mean you're a side item. And by that, I mean you're unimportant. And in being unimportant, you are exactly the kind of thing that we remember.
Yay.
Flaring. Was that worth the time? Fuck no.
Nope.
And that is what made it worth the time.
Oh, that sad, undeniable logic.
Give us a little fun, huh?
Fine for some Omega double slash.
Palm of Destruction.
It's beautiful.
Well, I'd say that's worth it for our enemies.
And she, just keeping up her mana there for the fact that that's all she ever does. Oh my god, are you serious? See, in my mind, I'm trying to keep track of every branching path we go down.
Yeah.
But what ends up happening is every time I see a staircase, I'm like, okay, maybe the other way was, besides that.
And you can never really know which one's the right way until you're, at the end of it.
Although I still believe that since the other path had a save point.
Save points generally tend to be the way you want to go.
Yeah, so being that the save point was over there and save pants. Let's save anyway. Anyway, saves me from nudity. Being that the save point was on the other side, and that's where we want to go, it is time to go the opposite way.
Okay.
Because as we've established, that's the logic of JRPGs. Figure out what you want to do, and then do not that.
The opposite.
No.
Well, for a while, and then eventually you go and do what you're supposed to do.
It's almost like an allegory for real life and growth.
If you say so. Take your
Truly,
word on that.
it is the coming of age story of the century.
Okay. I will take your word on that.
I'm just saying, traversing a dungeon, it's like growing up. Everybody wants you to do one thing, you say, nah, fuck that, I'm gonna go somewhere else. And then you find a dead end, and then you go do what everyone told you should have done.
Okay. And when you word it like that, I can agree.
Oh no, the guard system is trying to kill us. Whatever will we
it
do? Let's see if it even... Oh, it stays... Can't even damage me.
Those stupid things.
Literally cannot even damage me. Oh, Fia is finally using an ability.
Nice.
Which I assume she wasn't doing by the fact that she has full health, because she doesn't have... Wait.
What was that?
I think I still left the emerald ring on her.
Oh yeah, you might have from when we did the thingy. The arena with her.
Awfully important in this room.
Oh my god, did the game pull a fake season?
Well, let's take a look around.
This is actually the room where we needed to go?
Well, maybe we have to go to this room.
Maybe we had to get this.
And then we go back to
The
save
R
Broadway
card.
and the door.
What's your bet, though, for what R stands for?
This looks like a
I
security card.
don't know.
What's
I'm
a
going with the
security
red.
card? It's like a key.
That
right?
actually. Or Rogue. It could be the Rogue card.
On Rogue?
But it's probably red.
A red card.
Ah!
We can use it to open that
There
red
you
door
go.
we saw
You were
earlier.
right. Good.
Now we
good
can
call.
open red doors.
The door we couldn't open earlier. Is that the only door
The
this
door we couldn't open earlier. You know, there are a lot of those.
Yeah, probably.
That
Yes.
kind of tends to happen in video games.
Let's get.
Don't have
Now
time
we
to
can open
program
the
every
red
single
ones.
room. I wonder if there's a B card somewhere.
Probably.
Maybe even a G card. Oh, there's a red door down there.
Damn it!
I bet we can go inside now.
Enemies.
Now with
And
our
I would love
R
to,
card-
but first I have to deal with these.
Destruction!
Oh wow, you say that like dealing with these is a problem.
Wish
Guess
they
it
could.
really was that simple.
Nuisance.
Yeah, a small time-consuming.
You know, the amazing thing is I feel like I should flip the emerald ring back to Ilya,
But it really doesn't matter. Ilya still has.
but Ilya's mana is still fine, but Fia, on the other hand, stays at full mana, so I'm not...
Well, Ilya's down like 20 and Fia's still full, so give it back to Fia. Or Ilya.
Ilya.
This one, give it to...
I was on it and then I went away. There we go. I kind of wish that I could just give it... I wish I could get a third one, I should say.
Yeah.
And I probably could with item creation. In fact, with item creation, I could probably create the superior
Destruction!
fairy
even
ring.
better ring.
Wish they could
Then you'd have to, be screwing around with item creation, and that's just a pain.
Because, we spent so much time in menus the last game. Why not spend more time in menus?
Oh, that would be horrible. We're not going to make people even watch that. Ooh, Air Slicer.
Air
That sounds like a
Slicer.
sword.
Let's see what that is. Although oh, it's a two-hander.
Oh.
So, remember when we first recruited that guy, how the image looked like a laser
This
sword?
oughta be a good
Yeah.
fight.
I love how now that there's a place that actually looks like it would have a laser sword.
Destruction!
It's a normal sword.
Exact same image. And unfortunately, the weapon models don't change.
Pity for our enemies.
Right. That is one thing I wish a lot more games did, is that, the weapon models would change when you got new weapons, and...
As long as it stays the weapon models, I don't like it when the armor changes. New bow. Let's see if it's better. I'm curious if it's better than the Elven bow. Nope.
Nope.
So if you've got a Yoshua in your party, go abuse that and get a really, really nice bow for Ronix. And then proceed to shove Ronix out of the way because he's kind of a tit and nobody likes him.
I don't know. I don't mind if they replace the full armor, but as long as they don't just do, palette swaps for various parts. You can have, like, green pants and a red shirt that just totally looks all stupid.
Well, that's why I don't like it when you have armor, because your character ends up looking retarded. And honestly, whether you like the character designs or not, they're cohesive.
They are. Yeah. Well, see, what I think I would prefer is if they had like 3 or 4 total, and you know, like a quarter of the way through the game, you got your second armor model or whatever. Just that way, there's some feeling of, you know, armor progression and equipment development.
Personally, I'm okay with it just being like your weapon change, everything else.
Everyone ready?
Yeah.
Because, like, as I said, you know, I like the cohesive look. Not only that, it makes promotion material a lot easier.
Oh yeah, no, that's true.
Because you end up in situations like, I always come back to this because we're playing Star Ocean and it's related to Tails. In Tails, a lot of the characters are promoted having certain weapons.
Yeah.
And hilariously, like, Asvel, his weapon that he's always promoted with is actually just the default weapon.
Okay.
It's like the standard longsword, or whatever the hell it is.
Ah.
And same with Luke, he has a plain cutlass. But Yuri has a katana, and in all his promotional material he's shown with the katana. So you think to yourself, okay, this character, primarily most of his swords are going to be katanas, right?
But they're really not.
Only weapon in the game that even slightly resembles a katana. And you only get it at a certain point in the plot.
Yeah.
And then almost immediately replace it.
Nice.
So it's like, this is the one sword you pick, this one-of-a-kind sword to be promotional material for the character.
Yeah.
And then you hardly ever use it. It's good. And by it's good, I mean, don't do that.
Because it really was that simple.
That makes sense.
I like what they did in a level 5 game called Rogue Galaxy.
Okay.
There were 6 different costumes, and by costumes they were actually armor.
This ought to be simple.
But,
Is that it?
and each one raised your defense by 1.
Okay.
So it was such a minor improvement. You could use whatever you wanted.
Oh, nice.
But the ones you got later in the game were better, so if you want, you know, if you're that kind of person who wants that feeling, you know, that look of change, that look of change, that feeling of change, and you like seeing your character change throughout the game, you can do it that way too.
What game was that? It was
It
Rogue
was
Galaxy?
called Rogue Galaxy. Really well received critically, sold like shit.
When was that? What, like, system was that?
PS2 era. One of the last PS2 RPGs.
Alright, remind me of that later. I'm gonna go look that up.
And we're back to the save point. It only took us 13 minutes to get back here.
Alright, that's not too bad.
And the hilarious part is that I would be willing to wager if we cut out random encounters. Would take in 3 to 5.
Yeah.
If we'd cut out random encounters, if we were the kind of dedicated, hard-working people, read everything or not, we could probably clear this whole game in like 10 episodes.
Yeah, 10.
Time Miguel, me. You're here for quality, right?
Charge! Looks like this is serious.
They're here for entertainment.
You're in the wrong place.
I think our witty banter back and forth provides a very entertaining atmosphere and experience.
Guess it's over.
Yay, we're witty.
Oh god, even I couldn't believe that.
That's interesting. Roddick was doing very little damage, and the enemies are all of different color, I've noticed. Not these ones, but the little spheres. There were, yellow spheres earlier.
Huh.
And I assume it has to do with their element, because, interestingly, for the green sphere, whatever green is, you'd assume Earth, but
You would think.
when he was attacking with his water-based weapon,
Yeah.
which I think we did that off camera, so really quick here, this weapon, the super awesome weapon that we got from the arena, it's water-based.
Yes.
Because having a non-elemental weapon would just be convenient. So, and I assume they're different elements, but when green does half damage to water, it's like, wind? That doesn't make sense.
Green would have been my second guess for, or wind would have been my guess for green after, Earth I would have guessed wind.
I would guess, well, was gonna say, Earth is usually yellow, or sometimes yellow. Earth goes both ways. Earth is kind of interesting in that it goes both ways.
I've never seen Earth yellow. Earth I've seen as brown
Golden
and
Sun.
green.
Let's go.
Wasn't Golden Sun. And
Anyways,
Chrono Cross.
I never
Like it's on the tip of my tongue. Oh, look! Blue! Haha!
Oh, what a pain.
we can't get into yet.
I honestly, if you could turn off random encounters,
This would
I
be so
would,
much
because
faster.
it's not that I even mind random encounters being there. I'm not in the frame of mind that I was when we were doing the treasury.
Yeah.
It's more like at this point, they're just, like, the enemies don't even damage me.
No,
I've
they're
taken
just,
no damage throughout this whole entire dungeon.
yeah, they're just slightly time consuming.
Yeah, they're just time consuming,
I mean,
blah,
it's not
blah, 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 whatever.
even, yeah, it's not even a whole lot of time that they take either. What, 15, 20 seconds per battle?
Yeah, and I'm trying to be professional and not speed through them, but I'm starting to think I might just stop that. Because nobody really wants to watch us.
Do the same, fights.
Yeah, so, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to be super professional here.
Yeah, that's fine. Be professional.
And, speed us along here.
Yeah.
Ooh, another door. We can't enter the door.
Nope, that's a green door. Or a white door, whatever the hell color that is.
It looks just kind of default. And just to be safe, I don't have to push... Okay, no. That's kind of my only real problem with the pre-rendered games. It's weird. Some people really hate pre-rendered backgrounds, and I don't really have a strong opinion on them either way.
I don't in games like this, but they did that in Quake 4, and I could not stand it in Quake 4.
I don't remember anything about that game. But like this, I honestly don't mind the pre-rendered background, except that it makes distinguishing what is and isn't interactable
Don't make this harder than
Kind
it has
of.
to be.
rough.
Yeah. For older RPGs like this, I don't mind. I wasn't... they did it in Final Fantasy 7 a little bit.
That's what they did in 7 and 8. I don't think they did it in... Oh, blue door. Can we not... Yep, we can't go into that door.
Nope, the only key we have is the red key so far.
I have to say, I'm somewhat impressed by the,
Size?
yes, size or length of this dungeon.
Yeah, me too.
Although what I'm really impressed with is the fact that I haven't gotten lost yet. Not because it's particularly confusing, but because there's just been so many branching paths.
Yeah.
And that's kind of this dungeon in a nutshell. It's not really interestingly laid out. It's just branching paths to the dungeon.
Yeah. No, it's a nice place, though. It's, I don't know, feels like enough of a change from some of the other dungeons to actually make it feel at least somewhat unique-ish.
Oh, there's switches?
Apparently those little thingies on the ground are switches.
Okay, well I remember how to get over there, so I'm going to do that off camera and go over there and flip the switch. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's difficult to distinguish what can be interacted with.
Yeah, I didn't know those were switches.
Yeah, neither did I. Alrighty, well, I will see you back at that spot over there. So, on the way back to the area, we remember this room, and these are all switches, so, time to flip these on.
Hopefully
Yeah, there
we're
would
supposed
be... I can't flip 3 switches without a battle.
Nope. Of course not.
So much love.
Well, hopefully flipping these switches will actually help.
It turned that into a red door.
Huh.
Nifty.
Well,
Alrighty, well, we'll see you at that, other switch. See you there. Alrighty, it seems we can't even go 2 fucking steps without, running into something that we missed, but, in activating that switch, these doors opened. So,
Okay.
what I'm guessing... Oh, look! The blue!
look,
The blue
the
room!
blue room!
Yay! But what I'm guessing is that, the doors that initial switch was at
Yeah.
will open...
They're so close.
Remember the door that we hit that we thought we could go through but couldn't?
Oh, yeah. Open
I'm
that
guessing that will be what changes.
one. Okay. Well, we can go figure that back out.
So, right after we kill these enemies that are doing so much damage. I am in fear for my life.
You should be.
Give me the B card. B card! So do you think there's a G card as well? Or do you think we're going to stop at R and B?
Have you seen a green door so far?
Not yet, but I didn't see a blue door until we hit the,
Yeah.
little hatch over there. So what's in this room? Just more chests? Just more chests. And another elemental ring? No, sour syrup.
Sour syrup.
Let's see what that does. I'm curious. Does it restore health and mana?
And 30% of it too. Nice.
I'm okay with this.
Right?
I mean, everybody's got the skill that improves the blueberries, and it's
nice.
by 10%, or it's by 3% per level, and at level 10, 30% add to the base 22. So blueberries restore 52%.
Nice. That is not bad.
Blueberries and blackberries, so they become really good. Well, since we got the blue key card, let's just go ahead and open this here hatch. Oh, look, it's that area that I was pretending like I knew where it was.
This ought to be simple.
Let's get this over with fast.
I'm smart.
Yes.
And if you don't believe it, you can look up all the parts in the video where I go,
Well, I'd say that's worth 10 out of 10.
Well, anyways, let's go.
let us get this little button over here. Beep.
Lip.
And I can't even get back there. Alright, well, I'm gonna off-camera our way back, so we will see you there.
Charge!
Alright.
Alrighty, and as you can see, both the switches are now blue, so we're going to head back to the door down here.
Okay.
But first, combat.
Well, this looks wimpy.
Yay,
Don't make this harder than it has to
combat.
be.
Wow, Millie's health is actually only 46 off erotics.
Nice.
Well,
Which,
that
considering how many levels she
Below
lower
she is?
how many is that? Oh, wow, 6.
That's, wow.
Wow, does Millie have like the highest health?
Starting to seem like it.
She must have some sort of item that increases her health. Angel statuette.
Statuette.
Revival? Related to
Okay.
revival? Heal the wounds of all party members.
Oh, nice.
Perchance. Sounds like an Omega elixir.
Something's been
yes.
engraved on it.
A door and a save point.
Oh,
Looks like
yeah,
there will
I can
be no
read this.
G card. Although Roddick
Arrange
mysteriously
the
can
royal
read a
emblems
language
of
from
tradition
300 years
on
ago.
the land. Thy choice of arrangement shall reveal the key to
Oh.
open the door.
Oh, this is where we need to know the thingies that the king said.
Now, what could that mean?
Oh.
Royal emblem.
Do you remember what the king said?
Well, that depends. Is the game going to treat me like I'm stupid at the one point where I would actually appreciate it?
The emblems of the four
Well, if we
kings.
need to, I can go look up our old video or internet.
What's
Well-
that? Internet? But let's give the chance. Let's
Yes,
give the
well-
chance a game. Let's give the game a chance to actually not be fucking dumb once.
This must be the
Or do we just place our 4 seals that we got?
Okay.
Show me the emblem passed down in the land of searing heat.
It's down in the land of searing. Oh. Van?
Well, it's Astral. I
Okay.
think because that was kind of a deserty area.
Okay. I don't
Show me
remember them
the
very well.
emblem passed down in the land of.
Falling Leaves was Van.
Okay.
Show me the emblem passed.
Frozen was Sylvain.
Sylvant.
Show me the emblem.
Lush.
Wow.
Confirmed. Successive
Huh.
access acknowledged.
Okay, then it turns out that whole riddle piece, load of shit.
It's open.
How are the 4 emblems connected to the old race?
Well, that was
Yeah.
kind of
Certainly
cool,
not
though.
gonna
That
find
was
out
actually an
just
interesting
standing
little...
here.
Tidbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I
Maybe
am
we'll find
impressed
an
by
explanation
that.
for this
They're-
inside.
Maybe we'll find an explanation for this inside. Or just more of the fairy things, fairy runes. That.
Well, let us see.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
Random
We're,
massive statue.
with wire-looking things going to it.
Okay. Pretty nifty room.
Right? This looks like it's about to get intense. Ooh,
What is
holographic map.
A holograph. Hey, look.
That's Earth.
It's a map of the Earth.
Oh, hey, it is, isn't it?
But why is there a
It was
huge
like, I
island
looked
in
to
the
the
middle of
right.
Pacific
Oh! It's the place I recognize.
Definitely shouldn't be there.
Oh
Except
boy,
there's
this
that.
is...
Should it? If you believe the old stories, there really was an island there once.
What story
What
is
old
that?
stories?
Am I just
Lost
missing a big...
continent of Mu.
Oh, good. It's the old stories from the future, but this is farther in the future, so they're the stories from the past.
But even if that was true,
Huh.
what's a map of Earth doing in
Or,
here?
it's bullshit.
Yup. I've never heard of Moo. I don't know about you, but...
Yeah.
Hello, random
We pray
old
that you
dude.
have come seeking the eye of truth with only the purest of intentions.
If not,
It is an
oops.
extremely dangerous relic if left unguarded. We also pray that you have the strength to atone for the
Ooh, he made a
horrible
mistake.
we made.
Which mistake was that? Was that leaving an ancient powerful artifact where, you know, somebody
The
could
eye of
get it?
truth is capable of opening gates to
Alternate dimensions, wow.
Or,
this
you know,
game just got-
maybe making a fucking artifact
We
that
created
does
the
that.
eye with a combination of our own technology and the symbology endowed upon us
Symbology.
by the
Because
runes.
it's not magic, it's science.
No, it's just a bunch of letters.
But before we could reach our goal, there was a disaster that ruined all of our plans. A gate was opened to the demon world, sending
But
legions of
before we could
monsters
succeed in
pouring
our
into
goal,
this world.
Steve went and fucked everything up. God damn it, Steve.
It's always
Even
Steve's
that,
fault.
however, was not
Fucking
enough
piece
to
of
halt
shit.
our experimentation. Our small band of comrades was united
Damn, shit's
under
getting
one
real.
wish.
Make $1 billion
We
billion
only
dollars.
wanted to return home to our
They only wanted to return to their home planet.
How did they get off their home planet?
I don't know. They flew with spaceships or some crap.
Why
Who
do you
knows?
need a fucking orb that opens up new dimensions
You always need an orb that opens new dimensions. When
to
do you
get
not?
to Earth?
So this is it. The Eye of Truth.
Kind of just looks like a sphere, to be perfectly honest. It would have been pretty metal if it was just like a fucking eyeball and you had to jam it in your eye socket.
That
in order
would be
to get
pretty
it to work.
badass.
At least Roddick's doing protagonist things.
That is nice. Not freaking Ronix anymore.
Hate that guy.
And now Ronix speaks.
Yep. Oh, sorry.
What does this mean,
The
Eli?
4
What's
important
going
people
on
are
in
having
my
talkie
head?
time. The other
Well,
4, you can
just
just go wait over there.
Right?
Shoo shoo.
I think the people we called the Old Race came to this planet from Earth, from the Mu con.
I
And they
don't know
took the
about
land
that.
with them.
Doesn't seem like
Yup.
they came here so much as they were brought here against their will.
They just
That's
teleport an
true.
entire continent to a new planet.
Oh, sorry,
Just-
somebody else teleported the continent.
Oh, okay, because that makes sense.
The King of Van told us that the old race descended upon the planet as fully grown adults.
So yeah.
Legend
So
has
when
it
did they
that
get
the Mu
tails?
continent sank into the sea in the wake
Well,
of a meteor strike.
I don't think they ever got tails. The people with tails are
Yeah,
the
I remember
Rokians. And the Muas, which are like old humans, I don't think ever had
the Alliance
tails.
has a few reports on file about people being sucked
they?
into a vortex.
No,
and
they didn't have
suddenly
tails.
reappearing
They were like
someplace
human
far
shaped.
away.
Really?
No
I don't
tails.
remember
There's a
paying
missing
that much
child
attention.
being found someplace
No, yeah,
that
the Mua
would
had
be
no
physically
tails. They didn't
impossible
have
for
the
him to
pointy
travel to in the
ears.
time he was
They were
gone.
completely like human.
So you think the meteor
Except
strike
they were
caused
just, like,
the vortex that
badass
swallowed
humans.
these people up?
And it was
Those
just the
reports you
Rokians who have
mentioned
tails.
were about people going
Oh,
from
that's
one
interesting
place
bit
to
of
another
foreshadowing if
on
that's
the
the case.
same planet. I never saw any reports about people hopping light years, much less going from Earth to Roke.
Oh, you got me there.
Meanwhile,
But
there's
if
a whole
that
bunch
theory
of
is
talking.
correct, it would
Right.
explain why they made something like the Eye of Truth in the first place. They just wanted to go home.
They just
They just wanted to go home, so they made a device that opens up portals to new dimensions.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's what the guy
Oh, wait.
said.
No, it
No,
doesn't.
it doesn't.
Maybe it's a plot
Besides, it
twist.
also matches the Mua's lore pretty well.
Probably not, though.
The history handed
Nope.
down to the King of Mua.
It kind of predates plot
The
twists.
eye was obtained in order to reveal the true path back to paradise.
I don't know if Earth is paradise.
The eye
No, it
failed
opens
to
the path
see
to the
door
demon
to
world, not paradise.
However,
Oh my god, don't repeat
by the
the
time
fucking
the door
legend.
was
I know,
closed,
I know, I
They
know.
must have deeply regretted what they had done. In their eyes, their desire to get home brought doom to this planet.
I'm gonna
They
guess
wanted to
they're
make
from
up for
Earth
it
and didn't much
somehow.
care.
But by that time,
Probably not.
there was no turning back.
That's why
so
they
went
built
to
this
the royal
place.
families and left clues in the form of lore, so it could make it.
Well, we'll never know the whole story.
I do
Ah,
love
me-
how our 4 other people have not said a single word.
Neither Roddick or Millie.
but listening to the
Oh
phrases
yeah, they
left
haven't. It's just
behind
those two
about
going back and forth
courage
because they know what's going
I was
on.
gonna say, it kind of makes me appreciate Star Ocean 2 a lot more.
Why
You
is
can really
is two a
feel the
little more
emotions they
diverse
must
with
have
their
had in their hearts.
No,
characters?
it's the exact. Well, okay, and with 2, there's only one required character that's from space.
Okay.
Everyone else, with the exception of 2 people, maybe 3, are from that planet. So you don't really have any situations like this where those 2 are off talking and everybody else in the party is just like,
The eye
What?
of truth.
oh god, we're back
I
here,
knew
okay.
you would be able to do it. Now it is time to storm the demon world.
Storm.
Let us commence the raid!
So what?
Yes, my lord.
We're just gonna
We
like.
are told that the gate to the demon
We're gonna go
world
fuck that place
lies
up.
in a deserted
Apparently, it
island
sounds like we're just going on
southwest
a
of
battle
Silverwood.
charge.
We are going to
I
fuck that place
believe
up
in you.
so hard.
Victory will be yours before long.
Victory better be mine, damn it. Mine.
So-
Mine. Not Ronix's. Fuck him. He's trying to take my women. He's trying to take my spot. Fuck him. Mine.
Who are you?
Who are you?
I agree.
Really?
Who the fuck are you?
Glad to see you vermin are doing well. Astral and
Hello,
Noir's
who the fuck are you?
defenses are pathetic.
Only you
as
could hear the
usual.
voice.
I was wondering what you
Is it a
little
masculine or a
rats were
feminine voice?
scheming.
Extremely
I suppose
feminine
I
and just
had
like that
nothing to worry
absolutely
about.
evil way.
Oh, okay.
I am so
Too
evil.
late. The
A
great
rocky
Asmodeus
human?
Asmodeus has already completed his new weapon.
Oh, fuck, she's a spider lady now.
We'll see how
I
long
think you're
that
behind.
bravado-
Rania,
Oh, it's this city.
time to
Yep,
go inside.
this city.
Yes, Mom.
Remy, it's time to go inside. Yes, Mommy. They're gonna die. There's like the instant just,
Look at that.
they're dead.
Look at that. Boom.
Is that Jesus? Oh, God. Holy Christ.
No shit. Just disintegrated. What was that?
The
What
fun's
the
already
fuck?
begun. We
You
figured
have
you'd
this
like a
kind of
real
power.
world
Why are you just...
example.
We destroyed a village. A completely inconsequential village. Maybe if they destroyed a main village. But no, just some dickhole village off in the middle of the mountains.
Surrender
That
at
was
once.
depressing
You
though. They
have
showed this
no
little girl all
choice.
happy and stuff, and then she just blows up in a giant
Can we
purple
just step-
explosion.
Why did you let her run? And
Your
then the
Majesty,
guard got in the fucking way.
Terrible news.
Of course.
Our gods report that the village of Durst...
Okay.
How could this be? Organize
Lasers.
an immediate expedition force
Yes.
and set up rescue operations with Silverland soldiers.
I don't
I
care
don't
if
care
there's
if
no
there's no
hope.
hope.
Wow. You're cool, King.
I don't care if there's no hope. We're not giving up. I'm pretty sure that's like, you know,
We must
The
storm
definition of
demon
there's no
world at
hope.
once.
no
If
hope.
that weapon strikes Van
Oh.
or Astral, it will be an utter catastrophe.
Let's go kick
I'm
their
afraid
ass
you're
with our
right.
swords and fists and staves.
Yes,
They-
they just destroyed an entire town with a freaking laser beam. So let's go cut him with a sword.
They wouldn't see it coming.
True. They, you
It's
know.
like you know, okay, you've got lasers and turrets and everything to make sure nobody can get into your base. Guy with the sword, got no defenses for that.
Yeah, except lasers and turrets.
Got no defenses for that. Alrighty, well, we have hit the end of this video. Things got exciting in the end, so let's see where this leads. Join us next time when we go view the, you know, wreckage of Dead City. It's always a good thing to leave off on.
Let's
Promise
do it.
of death and despair. See you next time.